Everybody has a life story, and this is my story. A story about how I became the first man in my country the day I walked into State House on 3rd September 2023 to take on a new role and experiences that would test and transform me in the most unexpected ways. But I cannot explain my life as a president without ever going back to the beginning. It was all a result from one dark, gloomy night.
Just 3 weeks before the general and presidential elections, the nation makes a choice between two leading contestants. Opinion polls show opposition leader Chairman Chilangi leading at 69% and...
Excuse me, I'm talking to you.
Iwe, I'm fed up of this conversation with you, eh?
Whatever. Talking to you is like trying to explain the color blue to a blind person.
Iwe, you're not some innocent 15-year-old girl that I've been going out with. You are grown up.
Yeah, no, you want to say that?
Don't you know that I'm a married man?
I
told you I'm a married man.
I don't care. The fact is that I'm pregnant.
Chintu, you must understand what is at stake for me. You will embarrass me. Not even your father would have...
Don't even bring my father into this.
Don't be stupid, Iwe.
The press will have a field day with this story.
The press? You are being stupid.
Target is on the move.
Walking down.
Speak. Boss, mission accomplished.
Good. Do we have the photos?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, get out of there immediately.
Yes, boss.
On a sad note, the NMCP party has lost its leader.
Who was opposition party leader of NMC party died on the spot, just 3 weeks away from the presidential and general elections.
Yes, Baba. It's a fantastic 3rd day of September 2023, and you are listening to Lusaka Airways of 92.1 FM on the Misozi and Friends radio show.
His Excellence's journey to State House has been a remarkable one. But the day is finally here. In the next hour, the President's motorcade will make its way along Independence Avenue and drive into State House, where he will officially take occupancy of the highest office in the land.
But remember, people are wondering whether he would have been in office if his mentor, Mr. Chilangi, hadn't died during the campaign. Many people voted for him because they sympathized with him.
That's true. True indeed. But he's our president now.
Does he even have the stand caliber to be an effective leader?
Only time will be able to answer that question.
And people find how quickly he was sworn in dubious. What was he afraid of? Was there a doubt that this was a legitimate election?
You see, Miss Ozzy, we can ask those questions and continue speculating indefinitely. We have to accept it and move on. He is our president. He is a husband, a father, a businessman, a lawyer, a farmer, and now a president.
He is well accomplished in his area of expertise. But you know what? Running a country is not the same as running a law firm or a farm.
Oh, he's got a phenomenal group of advisors, and that's very important for any president.
Yes, he needs a clear mandate to see him through his term. Something to chart his course. Not just a national development plan, but his personal vision as a national leader.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first staff meeting here at State House. I'm making plans to write a job description. I'm writing a job description for myself. The president's job description. To lay out my plans and what to accomplish. How the administration is going to work. What milestones will this president achieve and how?
How do you think the meeting went, sir?
You mean this meeting? It was okay. You've assembled a fantastic team of, people you're able to work with in this administration. I think I'm happy with that. I'm glad that your experience from the previous government is being put to good use here. All you have to do is to work together as a team.
Welcome to Lusaka Airwaves, 92.1 FM. Yes, this is your one and only Miss Sozi. Listeners, my opinion is simple, and I warn you, it's my opinion. The president has taken a different stand. He set himself apart from our previous presidents. Just look at the pictures in the newspapers. Which previous president could do this? Hello? Hello? Can you speak a bit louder? Hello? Reduce the volume on your radio. Hello? Yes.
Junza.
Oh, hello, Mr. Junza. Mwaba, muli kabotu?
Kabotu.
Kamwamba badala.
Kamwamba. I'm calling from Ujoma.
Yes, Mr. Junza. You are through to the program.
So severe. Is it right for the president to do this? Instead of bringing development, is he busy talking about job description?
It is okay, Bajunza. I mean, you should get to know him and his family.
Pepe, Twapenga. And Zambians are not used to seeing this in our readers.
It's refreshing, comrade. It may be too risky for the president, but I mean, this is good. I mean, get to know him. I think it's a great thing. Thank you very much.
Please ensure they sit quickly and no coffee to be served until this is over.
Countrymen, friends, fellow citizens of the Republic of Zambia, I thank you all for listening to this national address this morning. Wherever you may be in this beautiful and wonderful country of Zambia. So, with the cabinet in place, this government is ready to start working for the people. I would now like to announce, as president, I would stand out from the past presidents of this country. I will take this administration to a new direction in order to serve the Zambian people. As a president, I have decided to work under a job description in order to serve the Zambian people. I'll spend my time working with the representatives from all sectors, the civil society, private, the church, all sectors, in order to design and define my roles, undertaking, and whatever achievements there will be. It's important to have duties, and for those duties to be clear to everyone, so that if I'm not doing my job, you can tell me to do your job. This is how I want to work as a president. I thank you.
Political suicide. This is political suicide.
No.
What no? Kumbo.
It is these shenanigans that win popularity.
What are you talking about?
I saw it happen with Peep. It won him his second term.
Listen to me. This man is nothing without his mentor. He is doing all these things to seem like he is a good leader.
You think so, Mr. Daka?
All fail.
You know Kudala, remember Kudala? You couldn't tell a minister. You couldn't.
Was I Napa?
Yeah. But now, now we are challenged all the time. We are challenged.
Bechani, can you please stop playing with the food like that? There's so many people starving out there.
Chinta, my dear, have you finally made up your mind on what you intend to do with your degree?
Don't worry, Mother. You'll be the first to know.
No, just that my office has
No, I'm not interested in working there.
I think you should reconsider. It's a great opportunity.
No, I'll pass.
I just think you should.
No, my career is not up for discussion. Before Dad became president, I had my own life and I intend on keeping it that way. I'm not interested in working there.
Pass the sauce.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attendance this morning. His Excellency the President is going to make a brief statement, after which he's going to take a few questions from Janus alone. We urge you not to waste the President's time by abiding to the usual protocol. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, members of the Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps, pressmen, and indeed all Zambians that are listening this morning. I would like to announce to you all that I have embarked on a mission to write a job description for this nation. I have appointed a task force that will work tirelessly in order to complete this job. I want to leave a standing legacy. I want to be remembered as a man that has changed the course of history of this nation. In this regard, the following distinguished citizens will have the responsibility of developing the job description. From our party, I appoint two officials, Mr. Lee Sinkamba and Ms. Sarah Chidondo. The Minister of Legal Affairs, Mr. Gumbo, will deputize the committee. I have also brought in the experiences of learned persons from the bench and former legislative members so that Their experiences from the judiciary and the parliament will benefit all of us. And finally, I've also brought in our lane vice president to ensure that our objectives are achieved. Thank you.
His Excellency is now going to take questions.
My question is that, is this job description a smoke and mirrors technique to steer people's attention away from the real work the president and his
rather focus on the fundamentals that Zambia needs?
Forgive me, Your Excellency. Every president is saying that their administration is a step forward for Zambia.
I mean, when are we going to see
this Zambia that...
Aren't the people clear about what the president's roles are and what he should do?
His Excellency is not going to respond to those questions. It's one question per journalist.
Mu 1996. She almost embarrassed us. That's why Banamchita fired.
Then she must be fired Apamanchi. Because there's no way a journalist can stand up to the president like that. Azuona nindani uja. Azuona nindani. Ija statement. Muntu wa mulembera, not so chabe. At I'll answer questions. That way, Ujamisozi cannot embarrass you.
Because I think that it takes a particular kind of courage to be a different president. He'll be better.
What do you mean he'll be better?
He is trying to create a legacy.
When he doesn't even know what he's doing. My dear, this thing of legacy, you should even stop emphasizing on it because it will follow you to your grave.
Is that the actual grave or the political grave?
I don't know. What's the difference? You tell me.
If you drink a bit of that tea, it will give you strength not to continue thinking of what a bad day that press conference was.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. It's amazing, how people think. They vote in a leader who actually sits down to do the work, and, they decide to shame him. Do they really know what they want?
They've never had anyone tell them what they want. They want to be told what's good for them. Anyway, I guess it's the beginning. And things will be different.
Let's hope so. And that journalist reminded me of Chilangi, That Chilangi was very much part of this presidency, They say I'm here because of him.
No. Chilangi was your mentor, but he did not build your political aspirations or desires. This is your presidency.
The way they scare me most are incompetent and inexperienced. The moment I hear those words, well, I'm not happy.
I've been waiting for over 45 minutes. Is this Miss Katawe ever coming back?
Madam, she'll certainly be back. It takes a bit
Do
long
you know how long ago I set up this appointment? And besides, I've known the president for years. I'm not just some stranger off the streets.
I'm sure she won't be much longer. Excuse me.
Miss Manda, please follow me.
No, I'm not going to be led to another office just to wait for another hour.
You can either sit there for the rest of the day or follow me. And just a reminder, sir, the task force representatives will be in your office at 11:30, so you have 45 minutes to spare.
It's okay. It's fine.
Thank you.
It's all right. Thanks. Juliet, hi. Hi, my dear. You okay? Very good. Months and months have passed. Life seems to be treating you so well. What have you been up to?
You know us business people, suffering silently. And you were worried that you wouldn't get elected.
Well, Juliet, things seemed that way until, Chilangi died in that nasty accident.
And everyone's sympathy for you was turned into a majority vote.
You know these things.
Even when you don't plan it.
Yeah.
You are smart. If I ask about your family, it's only because I'm polite. I don't need to know the details.
Well, everybody's okay. The children are okay. And the mother, my wife, she's okay. She's fine.
Have you received my brief?
Mother, you know I'm not interested in these things. Why do you like bothering me?
The First Lady of Angola is coming in this week, and we're hosting a luncheon for her. You know what, Chintu? I've tolerated enough of this behavior of yours. You know, it's not my fault what happened to Chilangi. Chintu, look at me when I'm talking.
Mother, if you had not wasted time cleaning up the accident scene, Vachilangi would be here today.
He was badly injured. He wouldn't have survived anyway.
I told you, you needed to rush him to the hospital, but you said no.
I was only protecting you and your father's reputation.
He died because it took you and your stupid team 30 minutes to clean up the accident
I'm
scene.
still your mother, and don't forget that. Everything I did it for you. Chintu, we would not have been in State House today if I didn't do what I did that night. So for once in your lifetime, be grateful.
Well, tell me, Judith, what is this all about?
I want money.
What?
Don't worry. I stopped asking for money from you like 16 years ago. I want to have money because of you. My boutiques are doing fine, but I invested heavily in that little hotel in Lundazi.
Okay.
And it's time I saw some returns. Quickly. I want lots of clients, lots of business. I want people to think of me first when they're on holiday in that area. And I want you to make sure that happens.
Okay. I see. There are people you can speak to. There is the commissioner. Yes, that's the best person you can speak to. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I can be able to speak to him and see how things can be able to move.
Will you make sure that happens?
Oh yes, I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency.
Yes.
These came in this morning from Jerry Advocates. I understand they are the tax returns for Chipangali Limited. Sir, you were a very busy and prosperous man before you entered public service.
Yeah, but the one thing I loved most was my farm.
And I wonder how you're going to keep these portfolios going now that you're in our highest office. It's going to be very difficult for you.
By a remote control. Anyway, get me, Madam Vice President. We need to discuss the Minister of Mines and the Minister of Agriculture and, other issues. Thank you.
All right.
Texas. As a part of the job description, I would like to go to the provinces and meet the people and find out exactly, what they want of me.
But Your Excellency, you already met the people when you were running for office.
That was when I was running for office. Now I'm the president of the country, so I need to find out from them. It's important.
Tatawe, there are 2 men here to see the president. They say they are his nephews.
Do they have an appointment? Who are they?
They claim to be on the list His Excellency gave. Special visitation rights, Mr. Mwene and Mr. Lungu.
Special visitation rights? There is no such thing. Every visitor has to go through security. Wasn't he oriented on this side? Please, find me Mr. Lamba and ask this gentleman to walk in.
Right away.
And the people there? Oh, that's good. Oh, yes.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Please, do take seats.
Thank you.
And welcome to State House.
Thank you.
I understand you're here to see His Excellency.
Well, we are his nephews, and I'm his personal lawyer, and I've been entrusted to handle Uncle's personal and business affairs.
Wonderful. Unfortunately, I haven't been given security clearance for you as yet. But I'm sure in the course of the week, when Mr. Lamba completes his security profile, you will be able to sit down with His Excellency and discuss his business and personal affairs. I hope you understand with all that has been happening from the time His Excellency got into office.
But we were personally requested to come. For us to be accepted onto the grounds.
I understand that, gentlemen, but I'm just following security protocol. I hope you understand.
Well, I think we can see Auntie. She's better placed. She can help us with those documents. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Mr. Lamba on his way? Thank you.
But you see, my dear, the secret is to make people understand the honor in the work they do. But my cabinet don't see the honor, they just want to be honored. It's a more reason why, I brought in the job description. Try and change this perception. You see, people that are in public service must already be paid by government instead of them, getting their income, from private businesses.
It could be a mistake.
Mistake? What mistake? I think it's a brilliant idea, don't you see?
It isn't a good idea to force people to doing such. We all had lives and professions before you entered State House. And we can't just throw it all away. Just because you now have a political portfolio. No.
My dear, public service is exactly that. You just have to get paid by government and not to depend on extra income.
But Chintu, you expect resistance then? Especially from people like George Daka.
Resistance? From who? George. George has always been for the idea. You know, George would do exactly anything for him to stay in government. I have no problem with George. He would want to be in government.
Your president has been pretty busy, eh?
You know how he works. You've worked with him for a very long time.
Oh yes, oh yes. He is very idealistic. Tell me, do you know what plans he has for his personal assets?
That is not up for discussion. Mr. Daka.
Yes, Katawe.
I'll send the portfolio to your ministry by 12 hours.
Oh. All right. Good day.
Thank you.
Miss Kampaka, thank you so much, for coming for this interview.
The pleasure is mine, sir.
Oh, no, it's fine. Let it be off record. It's okay, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. Your Excellency.
Yes.
Let me dive right in, if I may. They say a presidency is built on character and not the action. Do you feel confident that your presidency is built sufficiently on the character rather than the actions you'll be taking?
Well, let me tell you this, Miss Kampaka. My character is built on my strong principles, and I can never do things that are not within my character. My secret wish is that, my colleagues in government can be able to follow me.
Politics is a dirty game. You put yourself out there. Would that be wise?
Well, I have nothing to hide. No wonder the job description clearly shows that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Come in, please. Come in. Oh, morning.
Morning,
Good.
sir.
Get me Katawe, please.
Right away.
Excellent. Katawe.
Sir?
You see, many of our, neighboring countries are socialist countries, and I've found proof here that, socialist ideas work. For example, you're able to, read here. During his second term, Mr. Mantuva encouraged his cabinet ministers to renounce all their assets and anything else from which they received income. And it continues here. It says, you see, this man ran for office, got in, and ran for another term. During his second term, he completely turned around the government by getting his ministers to work wholeheartedly for the people, and it yielded results. That's what public service is all about. And I tell you that there's a way to make our job description work for the people. This is good. Now, I don't have to be a remote-controlled farmer. This is good. We need to sort these things out. Thank you.
All right.
The president has set up recruitment commissions rather than have people appointed or seconded into positions. Now, all those currently holding positions to which they were appointed rather than recruited are to be suspended until their qualifications are verified and their performance analyzed.
It's a right mind for us. I wish you could have come 40 years ago. Zambia could have been a better place. Look at my family, the way how developed is becoming.
I will wait to see some good results, but I think the president is on the right track. We really need him.
What do you think of our president?
Okay, kamba chevazoona bapresident watu basebenza vebatichitila ise bantu banabula babona ati aba bantu basawuka baleta change. I think bachitava mbili maningi ningakambe chatu bali wonderful hard working maningi bakongerezepo chabe basaka chinje awo.
Listen to me, all of you. Listen to me. I know this man very well. Even as we practiced together, his weakness was always his idealism. Sometimes he would argue a case based solely on it's not
if it's not fair, it's not fair. But you know what, you people? I think it's our fault for not identifying that problem before we allowed him to run on the party ticket.
What could we have done? Chilangi masterminded his entire candidacy.
Let's stop describing the bad taste in our mouth. Look, this job description thing will still go ahead whether we like it or not.
Exactly.
So will other schemes that he has to purify public image.
But once it's actioned, it will restrict what we can do. Our terms will be compromised.
So then, you need to think forward, okay? It's time that you fast-tracked the interest that you have in the ministries. You need to move quickly but quietly.
All the same, for me it doesn't make sense. You can't just do that.
His Excellence has put into action the new aspect of the job description. His aim is to clean offices, and a recruitment commission has gone into full effect. This is a cardinal measure as it will affect many officials. Will the president continue to be a hero, or will he be turned into a villain?
Juliet Manda speaking. Hello? Yes, my appointment with the Tourism Commissioner is tomorrow. I believe it was scheduled. Oh. No, that's terrible. Well, who's his replacement? Can I get an appointment with them? A month? I can't wait another month. This was very critical to me. Can I have a name, please? Hello? Hello? Oh, please don't hang up. Damn it.
Mr. Daka.
Misozi.
How are you, sir?
I am fine, and how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
I am always impressed, Misozi, by your insight into our current affairs.
Are you here to compliment me, or there's something that you want us to talk about?
Come on, Misozi.
Please take a seat, sir.
Thank you. Misozi, I was under the impression that you did not want to be the president's mouthpiece.
If you listened to the show, I'm sure you would know.
In that case, you will be willing to hear to some of the things that I have to say.
I will be willing. I'm sure you will be representing your constituency, I guess.
Will you broadcast it?
Of course. Let's hear what you have to say,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Duck. You can go through, sir. Mr. Daka, any progress on your term in office?
Well, we have enjoyed an active time in our office so far. We have a president that is driven, eager to create change, and willing to improve the lives of our people.
Mr. Daka, so you have come all the way to come and stroke the president's initiative? Listen,
Miss Sozi.
There is speculation that the cabinet is split over the decision to denounce assets of serving ministers. Where do you stand on this?
Miss Sozi, socialism is something that was practiced in this country a long time ago. We are not that anymore. But I should admit, there are some socialist ideals that can still work. But these need to be implemented correctly. Jumping ahead in doing these things is suicide.
Is that what His Excellency is doing?
His Excellency is trying to push that agenda.
So you would rather he does it slow?
Look, people must not be naive and think that just because a few changes have been made and a job description has been written that the president has instituted remarkable changes. No. But like I said, let us wait and see. Let us see how this turns out.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Miss Katawe, Juliet Manda speaking.
Yes, Mrs. Manda. How are you?
I'm a very hard worker, Katawe, and I waited a long time for that appointment with the commissioner. Now he's been canned. What am I supposed to do?
Miss Manda, I don't understand.
I believe you're going to tell me that I can't speak to His Excellency about this.
If you are one of the few privileged to have his number.
Privileged, Katawe. Our relationship goes way beyond privilege. I need answers. Who's the new guy?
I'm sorry, I can't reveal that information.
Oh no, young lady. I need answers now. Who does he think he is? All of a sudden he's being honorable and noble.
Miss Manda, you'll find this chain of events can't be reversed. And I'm not going to report this phone call to the president. But perhaps seeing the new commissioner once he settles in his office will be the best thing for you.
Let me tell you, Katawe, I am not going to lose my business just because one man has suddenly woken up with a conscience.
Hello? Hello?
Wait a minute, Miss Ozzy. Are you about to knock off?
Yes.
I just wanted to say to you, that was a very good interview. I think we should schedule a spot to air it once you're done editing it.
I don't think it will go on air. It wasn't a good interview.
What? Mr. Duck is actually very good with the press. Are you aware of that?
No, I don't think so.
That interview is going on air, Miss Ozzy, whether you like it or not. I thought you were not the president's puppet.
George, that serious look on your face.
Well, I don't think you know what you're doing, Mr. President.
Anything else?
Cease the operation, Mr. President. Stop all of it, or else you shall surely face a political raping.
Is that the voice of George Daka or a friend?
Does it matter, Mr. President?
Of course, it matters. You're a long-time friend of mine.
Well, then you should be concerned that I'm saying all
George,
this at
you
all.
should know better.
Your ministers are not happy at all, eh? And this will discourage them from executing their duties to their full potential, Mr. President.
George,
you will be setting your government back significantly.
it has already begun.
Mr. President, come on. We entered government for goodness sake, to work for our country and to work for ourselves. If one of these suffers, Mr. President, I warn you, the consequences...
Joe, you can't come in here and threaten me like this. I hold the highest office in this land. I dictate policy and procedure. The Secret Service is under my control.
I have your secrets.
My secrets?
Yes.
My secrets?
Yes, Mr. President.
Get out of here. Now.
Hello there. Katawe, right?
Yes.
Yes. You work for the president and you're obviously very busy. I won't take up much of your time. You see, Katawe, I'm a very angry woman. Yes, my business has taken an absolute dive. It hinged on a successful relationship with the new commissioner. But since that can't happen because of your president, I can't make my business prosper.
I'm sorry about that. Is there anything I can do to help?
What can you do for me, Katawe? I need to get in with the new commissioner. I need clients, like people coming in for your meeting, workshops, and conferences. I need business.
Mrs. Manda.
It's Miss Manda. I have never been married.
Miss Manda. I'm special assistant to the president and have no control over such things. None at all. On the other hand, you have direct access to the president. I think you should use that, if you must.
I like that. Whenever you are ready, Miss Manda.
It's Mrs. Make sure you get that right. It's very important for this story. I am married to the president.
Pardon?
Yes. I am married to the president of the Republic of Zambia. I am his second wife. The president and I have known each other for a very long time. And during that period, a wonderful relationship developed. He fell in love with me, and we saw each other privately for a very long time. But then he didn't want to pretend anymore, so we got married. His uncle went to see my uncle, and the traditional arrangements were made. This happened 16 years ago. We have a lovely son, Chitundu, together. Chitundu? Chitundu!
Yes, Mom.
Please come.
He looks more like the president.
We have a lovely son, Chitundu, together.
Sir.
Yes.
Your Excellency, this is outrageous.
Sir, it's illegal to accuse the head of state. with such accusations. Can I tell Mr. Lamba to tell her to come here so that we can sort these things out?
That's fine. But we need to correct this in the press, Your Excellency. Shall I prepare a statement, or would you want to use Mrs. Kampak? Your Excellency, I know I should have reported this, but I met Miss Manda 2 days ago.
What?
I didn't think she would end up doing something like this. She was so upset about the commissioner losing his job, saying it affected her business in some way. And she put the blame on you. She said it was all your fault, Your Excellency. I didn't think things would end up this way.
Mr. Lamba is experienced in this. Can I call him?
No. Yes, no. Prepare a statement in the press refuting all allegations made by her. And make it in no uncertain terms that we will not be steered away from our prime objective of the job description. Our plans for the job description continues. We will set up an administration that works for the people. That's the best we can do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Miss Ozzy, is the president going to comment on this issue? Have you spoken to him?
On our news crack show tonight, top businesswoman Juliet Manda reveals a shocking secret she has kept for more than a decade. Don't be told about it. Get it straight on the news crack show.
It's Mrs. Make sure you get that right. It's very important for this story. I am married to the president. I am his second wife.
I told you to worry about
I
her.
have known each other for a very long time.
And when were you going to tell me about
During
your
that
son with her?
period, a wonderful relationship developed. So we got married.
I'm sorry. Very, very sorry.
His uncle went
You're
to see
sorry
my uncle,
indeed.
and the traditional arrangements were made. I was just on my way out.
Juliet Manda, this is not a social call.
Obviously.
Get this from me, Juliet. I will not repeat myself.
You cannot intimidate me. But this is good. A little bit of anger from you. Oops, a bit too late. But nice to see nonetheless.
Juliet Manda, we were friends before, but don't think I'm still the same vulnerable woman after you seduced my husband.
It's not my fault that you failed to please him. Besides, he loves me.
You can only wish. The unfortunate thing in life sometimes is little children grow up motherless. Bad things such as freak accidents happen to people all the time.
Please leave.
Yes, Juliet. And from today onwards, I don't expect any troubles from you. Good day.
And now the news in detail. His Excellency the President has arrived back home after 2 weeks international business visit to 4 European countries, where he met with various dignitaries. Speaking on arrival at the new Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, the President said the trip was beneficial in furthering trade between Zambia and Europe.
And, a lot of investors have shown interest to invest in our country. We should be seeing an increased, flow of foreign direct investment to this country. My delegation and I saw the idea of the president's job description. There was also a lot of, countries that shown a lot of interest in terms of president's job description. So they should be able to follow keenly our experience. My appeal is to the Zambian, citizenry in order to support this unique undertaking by this presidency.
In a related development, Minister of Legal Affairs Mr. Jones Gumbo has continued holding meetings to explain the implementation of the President's Job Description Task Force. Speaking when he met heads of government in the northwestern province city of Chavuma, Mr. Gumbo was happy with the outcome of the meetings.
One of the key issues is how the President's job description will be carried out. This is a priority area. As you may well know, our President has just arrived from Europe, where further consultations were carried out on the same issue. People across the country are providing massive support to the idea of this President's job description.
And now we take a commercial break.
Yes?
This should do for you and your son.
So the president thinks he can buy me off with a 2 million kwacha check.
Madam, that's a lot of money. You don't lose anything by taking it quietly and walking away. All that His Excellency is asking for is to keep away from the press. And also from him, and take care of your boy.
The only regret I have is that my son will grow up never knowing who his father is. And the stupid thing is, I still love him. After all these years, and I still love him. No one, not even that stupid wife of his, will ever love him as I do.
Goodbye, Mrs. Manda.
Countrymen, friends and fellow citizens of the Republic of Zambia, I thank you all for listening to this national address this morning. Wherever you may be in this beautiful and wonderful country of Zambia, I now relinquish my assets. This is to show that we are serious in terms of running government and not to line our pockets. I thank you.
When you say that it has to be stopped, you should remember, all of you, that it was our collective...
I am a minister, yes, but I shouldn't give up my livelihood because I chose politics.
No, but I mean, let politics be our livelihood.
Why should what is mine be sacrificed?
And do you know how hard...
Honorable Gumbo.
Do you know how hard I worked just to set up that business? There's no way I can give that one up. It's even better. I give up my constraints and go back, start working as I used to.
Now listen, don't go anywhere. Now listen to me, and listen carefully. You see, if we are divided, he will become stronger and stronger, all right? We need to stick together and fight as one. Please.
And what now? What now?
There is only one way to stop this man in office.
We have been out on the streets and have gotten comments on the latest news item. The job description task force is almost completing the job description, and this is what people have to say.
Well, it It shows he's serious about being in State House. I mean, he wants to be with the people.
This is a man who talks and works at the same time. He's a good leader, and his ministers should be supporting him. The party should be supporting him. It makes me proud.
Imbuto kuwama.
Yeah, anti omushire kuno usuma.
Okay.
Wali babwino sana. Elo kulia. Eko twala kulila farmhouse.
Okay.
Just there.
You know, you're my closest nephew.
Yes.
And I've always told you to stop despising yourself. Okay, now back to our business.
Amashina yama company yonse. Yari tinishwanti.
And am I titled to your farm?
All taken care of. Yeah, so no worries, auntie. Only the law firm actually missionary our president.
Your bank account has been credited with a substantial amount of money, and that will enable you to build a farmhouse at a click.
Auntie, na total sana. Thank you very much, and I'll do anything for you.
Now, last thing. He doesn't have to know that this has been done. Are we together?
Yes, auntie. Yes. Idia, tu avalire pokushita. Eno pakonga chideshi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this meeting. You all know that I hate protocol, and I'll go straight to the current issue. I'm sure you're all aware that I have renounced my assets and anything to do with my business in order to have a clear focus in terms of government. If I'm thinking of my farm, my trucking company, my hiring company, when will I have time to save? I know this has been a problem in the past, and I don't want it to be a problem in my administration.
With respect, Your Excellency, this was not a condition when we took oath.
George, conditions change.
You are talking about people's livelihoods here. What will happen when we come to the end of the term of our service?
See, we're all here to work for the people and not to work for ourselves.
No.
If I can give up my trucking company, my farm, my this, my that, why can't you do the same? We all had a dream before we came into government. Where is the desire? Where is that dream?
That is not the point, sir. This decision must be reversed.
Yes.
Yes.
It must be reversed.
We can't.
Unfortunately, people are happy with my actions. So if you're not willing, you better leave.
Oh.
Mother.
Yes, dear.
I've decided that I want to go to London to study my master's degree.
Is something wrong?
I'm just sorry for my silly behavior. I just realized that everything you've said and done is for my own good.
And for the family. You know, we are the first family of this nation. And so, we should set a very good example.
Oof. Hi. Hi.
Morning,
Good.
Dad.
Morning. My dear, what is this?
What have you done?
What is this? I didn't ask them to prepare such kind of documents.
Who did this?
I can't take this anymore. How much damage control can you do
He was
in
never the
6
right man
months?
for the job.
You can say that now, but it doesn't change the situation. I don't want to know. Hello? No, I'm sorry, he's not available.
The entire cabinet has turned against him. Even Mr. Kasongo and Mr. Msonda are against him.
They've been in there for hours. The party leaders would definitely axe him.
Do you like Mr. Daka?
Why?
He might be your new boss. He's really a puppet.
Hello?
Hello?
Office of the President.
Miss Kampaka here?
Yes, Mrs. Kampaka.
Any comments on the article?
I understand you're under pressure for a story, but I'm afraid we're not making any comments at the moment. Thank you. It's really bad.
Hello?
Your Excellency, have you seen the photos?
Photos? What are you talking about?
That envelope on your desk.
Where? I was raised to love God and my country, to help others, to protect and defend the self-governing ideas that have inspired and guided free citizens of my beloved country. The push and pull of events and relationships has affected me in so many ways, yet it continues to shape and enrich my world. My time in the highest office of the land has not only tested my faith and political beliefs, but my personal life, marriage, and my nation's constitution. Can we get back now?
No, 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 no. Iconic music is Black Diamond. This what love's about. People say stick to the angel, you know. But my heart is closed to hearing your call. Every time you come around, you get heartache. Why you blind is beyond my mind.
Countrymen, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and Zambians of all walks, I have realized that the presidential job description is inherent with the aspirations of the Zambian people. Therefore, there is no need to continue with it. I have, with immediate effect, dissolved the presidential job description task force. I thank you all.
It's unsettling that we've had no comments from State House or National Assembly. The party leaders also do not want to state their position.
Can you imagine?
What does this mean?
It's troubling. Our government must speak to the people. let us know what they are doing to remove all that speculation. But at times like this, it's most likely that they are preparing some reshuffles or making some changes in the policy. But that should not get ahead of ourselves.
But there will be a change in leadership. When the government is not speaking out, the people are.
Yes.
And they are saying he must resign.
For sure he must resign.
So let's go to the lines.
No, 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 no. Iconic music. It's Black Diamond.
Tell me to start. We have just finished a meeting with our government heads of department in this beautiful city of Chavuma. One of the key issues is how one of the key issues is how let me do yeah. You are happy way. Honorable now.
kubasokoneza kuchita monga size bavyaka then nobocha maapo
mwana katumba Misozi nolimba. She's been like that from the beginning. Remember that meeting with the Tanzanian president?
The party leaders also don't want to state their position. What does this mean?
Can you imagine? Sorry, I've missed the line.
I am not going to lose my business just because one man has suddenly woken up with a conscience.